Tonight, from Los Angeles, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong, and a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Allen's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up second down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Jackson now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And Jackson throwing once more. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, 56 yards. And the Chargers have come back to make it a 2-point game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this is now a 1-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He completes it to Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, what a catch there by Flowers. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson will throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, Jackson.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hand?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Herbert now. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Herbert on 1st down now.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now it's Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for Bears and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium.
Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Ekeler now between the tackles. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. It's Ekeler again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They go play action now. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 31 yards.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's his 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Odafe Oweh able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Powers through. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Ekeler.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Once more, here's Ekeler. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his running back out of the backfield. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Tucker's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Now they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
101 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 8.
1:15 remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Throwing, Herbert.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Herbert going to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Herbert.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Williams brings it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. One last throw here for Herbert. And it's caught. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They're going to try and run for it. And he won't get in. The defense stops him short. And as a result, they're going to win the football game. But no doubt they had to go for 2 to tie the game. Now they need a miracle on the onside kick.
They gave it their best shot. Can they pull it off here and maybe get one of those onside kicks that bounces perfectly, and they can grab it and run it all the way to the other end zone? That's what they're down to at this point.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Ravens, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.